Hi, my friends. It's time for another evening meditation with me, Reverend Kim Curlett, coming to you from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, on behalf of my congregations out in East Hants. I'm the minister at two United Churches, collectively known as the Elmsdale Cooperative Ministry. That's of Riverview United Church and 9 Mile River United Church. We've been coming to you live most days of the week, and starting today, we are coming to you scheduled on Friday and Saturday, having pre-recorded these videos for you. 10 a.m. reflection each day that includes scripture and prayer and song, and then these evening meditations that'll be posted at 7:30 on Friday and Saturday. When they're live, they're anywhere between 7:30 and 8:15. But I invite you to come and listen to these anytime. They're always saved either on YouTube or on Facebook. And on Facebook, I should say. They're in both places. And please share them with anyone that you think might benefit from them. Our guided meditations for the last week and the next little while are coming from a wonderful author and a healing pathways practitioner and a minister, ordained minister in the United Church of Canada, named Reverend Sharon Moon. And Sharon has written 2 beautiful books and created 1 CD, all called Healing Oasis. The CD is Return to the Healing Oasis. And these are guided meditations for the mind, body, and spirit. In the description section, you'll find a link on where you can purchase these books and the CD. I strongly recommend that you do that if you like these. The books not only have the guided meditation that I'm reading to you, but also a wonderful reflection on the ideas behind the meditations. And so even if you continue to use the meditations that I have shared with you from the book, and I include the title from the book, and what chapter we're using, you can join in a little more deeply by reading the reflections as well. So that's the ad, I guess, and that's to say thank you, because Reverend Sharon Moon has given me full permission to use these while we're under COVID isolation to share with you all, and that is such a gift, not just to you, but also for me, because I was feeling quite overwhelmed with the thought of having to write meditations each evening. I was running out of my old stuff. When I started this, I didn't think we would be at this as long. I hoped we wouldn't. I think in my heart I knew that we would be. And so here we are. And so tonight we're working on chapter 6, the 6th guided meditation in her first book, Healing Oasis. And tonight it's titled, I Am the Vine, You Are the Branches. So I start each session with a scripture reading, one of the ones that's recommended in the book. Tonight I'll be reading from John 15, verses 1 to 5. It's one of Jesus's I am statements from the book of John. And there are 7 or 8, depending on how you read them. And the I am statements, as Sharon says in her book, they will remind us back to the statements we heard in the Hebrew Bible, especially with Moses at the burning bush. And the idea that God is I am. The name Yahweh, YHWH, was given to Moses at the burning bush. And while it's difficult to translate Yahweh into English or into any language, the essence of that word is the following. I love these different ways of thinking of it. I always thought of it as I am, but she says it means I am who I am, or I will be who I will be, or I am beingness, becoming. For John, Jesus was nothing less than a manifestation of this mystery of beingness. Isn't that wonderful? So the meditation we have tonight is thinking about God as the gardener. There's also an image of vines and things like that, which will recall other stories in the Bible. Stories about figs and vines and all kinds of things. The most important thing that she says about this guided meditation is that we be open to understanding that the transformations in our lives require more than just us. They require help, and they require help from God. And so hoping that this guided meditation helps to open us to not only ask for that help, but to receive it when it comes. When I read this one tonight, I thought, I think that one was written just for me. Some of you are having a chuckle over that. So shall we? let's think about it. So some of you have been posting pictures of crocus popping up and tulip greens coming out of the ground. So gardening is on the mind of many of us right now. I want you to start to plan images of gardening and gardens in your head as we prepare ourselves for this time. You're going to find a comfortable seat or allow yourself to lay down. Make sure that you're warm enough. I'm going to invite you to try and remember the very first garden that you ever experienced. The first garden that I can ever think of was at my house at 114 Spring Avenue in Dartmouth. That was my very first house, and that I can remember. I was in other ones before that. And my dad and mom were lovely gardeners, and they won't tell you that they were, but in my memory they were. And I was allowed to have a patch under a tree, and I pulled up weeds from all over the yard and replanted them in my garden underneath the tree. That was my very first garden. So if you're thinking about your garden right now, what season would it be? If you're thinking about your life as a garden, what season are you in? Are you in the time of harvest where you're reaping all of the things that you've sown, or maybe you feel a bit like a seed underground right now, just waiting to not even blossom, but to just even sprout. So with all those things about gardening and plants and transformation in our minds, let's begin our guided meditation, okay? Shut your eyes. Let your body relax. Sink into the chair or into the floor or the surface that you're on. Let yourself be held up, supported by the chair or the floor or your bed. You do not need to do the work of holding up your body. You can let it be supported. You can let go and relax. Begin to notice your breathing. Breath is essential to living. We are told in Scripture that it was God's breath that created all that is. It has the power for cleansing and healing not only our physical system, but also our emotional and spiritual lives. Notice the breath as it begins at the tip of your nose. Feel the cool air as it moves through your nostrils. Follow it as it moves across the roof of your mouth. Follow it as it goes down into your windpipe. Follow it as it goes through your bronchial tubes into your lungs. And notice where it goes in your lungs. How deeply is the breath of life moving within you? Gradually, allow your breath to move more deeply in your body. Let it open a space inside of you, space to meet the holy, space for you to simply be. Gradually allow yourself to soften and flow with the breath. Let your shoulders fall and relax as you breathe into the parts of your lungs high up into your shoulders and deep down into your belly. Let your tummy muscles go. Let them relax as you breathe. Notice what it feels like to be in your body self as this happens. Now move your body, tensing and letting go of the muscles. So you'll tense the muscles and then let them go. Begin with your feet. Tense the muscles in your feet. And when you breathe out next, let go. Experience what it feels like to go, let go, and to relax. Move up to the calves, tense, hold tight, then relax. Let go. Move up to the thighs, Tense. Hold tight. Then relax. Let go. Move to the hips and the pelvis now. Tense. Hold tight. Then relax. Let go. To the abdomen, the stomach and middle back. Tense. Hold tight. Then let go. To the upper back. Tense. Hold tight. Then relax. Let go. To the shoulders and the arms and the hands. Tense. Hold tight. Then relax. Let go. To the neck. The head. Tense. Hold tight. Then let go. Notice the feelings of letting go, of relaxing, of well-being. Let the breath move freely and deeply into your body. Let yourself come to your sacred center, to the still place inside, to the inner space for meeting the holy. Imagine now that you're in a garden that contains vines. Notice the colors and the feel of the garden. Is the sun shining? Can you feel the temperature of the air on your skin? Now imagine that you are looking at the vine with many branches. Look at it closely in your mind's eye. Notice the colors, the light and the shadows. Notice the whole beingness of this plant. The odor, the textures of the leaves, the older gnarled part of the trunk, the branches of new life that have come in that year, the fruit that is forming. Where is the vine planted? Is it a sunny or a shady place? What kind of soil is the vine planted in? How big is the vine? How widely does it spread out? Is this vine standing alone? Or are there other vines around? Now, become the vine. To imagine yourself and feel yourself as this vine. Take some time to become aware of yourself as vine. Experience the kind of soil that you're in and how it contains or holds you. Notice as well if the soil restricts you. Experience your roots as they reach down into the soil. Are they strong and firmly anchored to the soil? Are they intertwined with other roots? Are other plants encroaching on you, taking moisture and nourishment from you? Do you need to put down new and stronger roots? Reaching further down to get what you need? Experience your main stalk. Is it strong and capable of carrying the life from the earth? Experience the vitality and growing energy that is happening in you. The energy that comes through you from the earth to bring life and growth. Become aware of the branches that come out from your central vine. Feel the growth and the greenness of the life flowing through you. Be aware of any buds that are about to burst into growth. So many branches. Take a good look at all of the branches. Notice that the fruit is already formed. Notice the fruit that is forming. The fruit that is ripening in you. How much fruit is there? Is it healthy? Are you in touch with yourself as the vine? Are there any parts of the vine that are sick, that have become dead, that have become prey to parasites or mold? Are there parts where growth has been stunted? Are there parts that need pruning to allow for the growth and health of the vine? Are there parts that are growing too wildly, taking too much energy from the whole vine, so that not all parts of the vine can get the nurture that they need? Be in touch with your needs as a vine, your need for nourishment, your need for space to grow, for water, for healthy air, for sun, for well-tended soil. Your need to have your sickness cared for before it destroys you. Experience your need for a gardener, for one who will care for you, watch and protect your growth, nurture you. Deal with your sickness and dead parts. Experience all resistance and mistrust you might feel. Allow your needs to increase so that you overcome your mistrust of the gardener. Let yourself experience the nourishment, the care, the healing, the protection that comes from this gardener. Feel the gardener's delight in your growth and the gardener's encouragement of your growing. Experience the gardener's wisdom in knowing what is needed. Experience what happens to you as you allow the gardener to care for you. What is it that the gardener needs to do for your healthy growth right now? Can you let that happen? What feelings arise? As you allow the life force for growing and healing to be strengthened in you, allow the gardener to let you know the depth of the care that is there for you. Gradually, draw yourself back to being your body self. Become aware of your own breathing. Become aware of the room in which you're in. Make some gentle movements with your body as you begin to reconnect. Gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe rolling your head from side to side and allowing yourself a big stretch and even a yawn. Let your eyes come open. Welcome back. Let's quite the journey we went on of thinking ourselves as vines. It's a good one. So if you do journal, I'll invite you to think about what it felt like to be a vine, what it felt like for you to do that. What did it feel like to need a gardener? A vine doesn't prune itself. And did any of that ring true to your conscious experience of what you need in your life right now? So I like to give you a little homework to connect you to your meditation. And so in the days ahead, if you can, put your hands in some dirt, smell some green, get out and have a look around the yard for all the little sprouts. And even if you didn't plant anything, I promise you, there are new little sprouts of grass coming up, green grass. The deer in my neighborhood are letting me know there's lots of stuff growing. They are just nibbling away out there. And when you do that, reconnect with this moment, reconnect with this idea of you being something of growth that needs tending, that is deserving of the care of a gardener, just like those things that we plant in our own gardens. So my friends, have a good sleep. We'll see you again tomorrow at 7:30 for another scheduled evening meditation with me, and I look forward to seeing you then. I'll be back live with you at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning, and if you haven't yet, please go have a look for your order of service so you can follow along with the hymns and the prayers Sunday morning. And you can find that either in your newsletter you would have received in your email if you've signed up, or on our website at elmsdalecooperative.com. Thanks for being with us. I love you and have a wonderful night. Bye.